Hi, welcome back. Today's Tips Tuesday is, what is a seller multiple counteroffer? Before I head out, I wanted to do this Tip Tuesday for you because I think it's really important since there was a lot of changes in the California real estate purchase contract effective December 2021. And because of that, some of our videos that we've done need to be updated to be in line with the new purchase agreement. So this video will be directed to both the buyer and the seller, and I'm going to explain the benefits of doing a seller multiple counteroffer or receiving one if you're the buyer. Now for a buyer. Sometimes buyers think that getting a seller multiple counteroffer isn't a good thing. In this market that we're in, you are competing with a lot of buyers. And what the seller multiple counteroffer is, it's telling you, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, that the seller has received multiple counteroffers and they have countered more than one offer. And the terms may or may not be the same as what your counteroffer is. Now, the benefit to the buyer is you have an opportunity to improve your offer. So how could you do that? Well, one way is price, another way is terms. Now, maybe you're at the top of what you can offer based on the price. So for example, you're qualified for $500,000 and that is what your offer is. Well, you could still improve the terms. So in the California real estate purchase contract, there's a lot of different time frames. For example, inspections, reviews of reports, and so forth. And it's pre-written in the contract, it's 17 days. You could shorten those time frames, which is a benefit to a seller because, for example, the inspection contingency, you can cancel for any reason based on your inspections. So the seller has to take their property off the market while you complete those inspections. If you shorten those time frames, that's a benefit to the seller. So there's a lot of different things that you can do as a buyer to improve the terms or improve your offer. So there's a lot of things you can do as the buyer to improve your offer. And your real estate agent that you're working with can guide you. Another reason why I think it's a benefit is if the seller only chose one offer to counter, then you wouldn't have that opportunity. Now, as far as the benefits to a seller, in this current market, because of the high demand for property and low inventory, buyers are making offers on multiple properties. So sometimes they're in negotiations on 2 or 3 properties. And based on the terms that you want in the contract as a seller, for example, maybe the close of escrow, you want to close escrow in 60 days. Maybe the buyer needs to move in 30. Well, you want to find a solid buyer that not only gives you a good price, but also can close on the property. And when you do a seller multiple counteroffer, like mentioned earlier, you're advising the buyer that you're making a counteroffer to more than one buyer, and the terms may or may not be the same. It also doesn't only eliminate the non-serious buyers, but it also, as mentioned earlier, allows that buyer to improve their offer. Sometimes when buyers make an offer, they might not be putting their best offer on the table. So you are giving that buyer to improve their offer, whether it's the price or the terms. So a very common question I get from sellers is, what happens if all the buyers accept my seller multiple counteroffer? Well, then you as the seller can pick which offer you want. So a lot of times in that negotiation period, when we send out that seller multiple counter, there's things that all require to be provided if the buyer hasn't already done it. For example, a pre-approval letter, verification of funds to close to make sure they have the assets and reserves to be able to close the loan. So hopefully I was able to explain that in this condensed video. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always here to answer your questions. Thanks again for tuning in. If you like what you see, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell notification since we post these every Tuesday. Thanks again and make it a great day.